Hi guys, this is your week ahead messages, okay? This is for Aries, Leo and Sagittarius in that order. This week you have one card each from the Gilded Tarot, one card each from the Psychic Tarot by John Holland, and we'll also look at the card at the bottom of the deck that could be a message overall for the three fire signs as a whole, okay? So the card that you do have at the bottom, it is the Nine of Wands. So this card, it very much is a message of forewarned is forearmed. It can be about having that brick wall, that protective barrier around yourself, okay? Because ultimately it can be where you may be in a situation with either one person or a group of people in any area of your life where there may have been some issues, there may have been some conflict in the past. And realistically, you know that there is that possibility of those issues arising again. But this time round, your eyes are wide open. You know, it's about paying more attention, being on your guard. As I said, forewarned is forearmed, okay? Now, starting with Aries, you have the Nine of Swords here, and you have it with partnerships and alliances. So the Nine of Swords is about being in your head, Aries. Having the same thought going around, overthinking something. Now, when we overthink, we can make things 1,000 times worse. We imagine all sorts of things that realistically are not the reality. Partnerships and alliances. So in regards to a partnership or an alliance you have. Now this does not have to be personal. It can be friendship, family, work related, your colleagues. So there may very well be something in regards to a partnership or an alliance here that is causing you an element of anguish or worry, that is creating this need for overthinking something. Now, it could very well be that something is said this week coming, or something is done this week coming, and it creates, as I said, for you to overthink something. And I think if we look at this Nine of Wands, it may be something that you've already had to deal with in the past. And it may be coming back up again, okay? So, sorry about that, guys. I just needed to pause as I got disturbed. So, as I said, Aries, you know, very much in your own head maybe this week. You know, maybe, but just try not to overthink something, okay? And when it comes to your partnerships, your alliances, be them personal or platonic, work-related, whatever, you know, just be mindful of what's going on. Maybe be a little bit on your guard this week. Just watch what's being said and done around you, okay? Moving on to Leo. Now with Leo, you have the Eight of Swords. So this again is to do with our mental state. The Eight of Swords can talk about fear-based, okay? So it can be about being stuck sometimes, not taking any direct course of action. But as I said, a lot of it can come from a place of fear. because those swords are not stopping that lady or preventing her in any way from doing anything. It's her herself, okay? So the Psychic Tarot card is a major, and it's harmony. Now this card is equivalent to the Lovers, but I'm just going to read a little bit from the book. This card says, ask yourself, what am I learning from this relationship? What new qualities am I developing? Is this partnership for my highest good? How can I make it stronger? Are we teaching each other? What have I discovered or am still uncovering about myself through this union? Are the people in my life empowering and encouraging me to be all that I can? Now again, with this Lovers Harmony card, it doesn't have to be talking so much about a personal relationship. It can be talking about another relationship in your life. But it may very well be that you might need to ask yourself some of those questions. Because for some of you, you may be keeping yourself within the realms of a particular relationship, but it may be fear-based in the sense of, how are things going to be if I leave this relationship? What am I going to find? Where am I going to go? You know, all of these questions, when I think the actual questions that need to be answered are, what is this relationship giving to you? And what are you giving to the other person? Moving on to Sag. Now, you have the Seven of Swords here, and you also have the throat chakra. So this can vary. The Seven of Swords is to do with sneakiness, okay? It's the lie, cheat, thief card. It can be somebody doing something and you know, they're hoping they don't get caught. Somebody planning to do something but they're not communicating it. You know, it can be that type of energy where you're in a relationship with somebody, you come home and discover that all their stuff is gone. They've packed up and they've gone and they've not told you, and you've come home and discovered they've left. Throat chakra, needing to talk, needing to communicate. But maybe there is an element there where you can't. So look, what I'm trying to say, Sag, is if there is something that you are thinking about doing or planning on doing, don't be sneaky about it. There may be the need there for you to communicate that. But also be careful that somebody around you is not being sneaky, that is not lying to you, being dishonest to you. Because somebody may very well be telling you something, but it may not be entirely the truth. So again, watch what you're doing, okay? Be on the up and up this week. Try not to do anything that is dishonest or to deceive somebody else, because if you do, you're going to get found out. But also be careful with whom you are dealing with this week, because you may find that somebody is trying to deceive you, or is being dishonest, or is planning something along those lines, okay? 9 of Wands, having your guard up, forewarned, forearmed. So, you know, overall this week for you fire signs, you know, we've got, look, it's not the worst week ahead. But I do think that for all of you as a whole, there is some mental anguish going on. And I do think that for all of you, there's questions that may need to be asked this week. And you may very well need to be on your guard a little bit with whom you are dealing with. Okay, that's it. Have a fantastic week, and I'll be back soon. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.